Yes, spring has officially sprung. Cue the allergies and overpriced tulips. But the real fun? It's in comparing this spring's numbers to last year's. Marin County home sales this March are giving us a very different story than they did last spring. So, if you're into market tea and maybe a little pretty chart gossip, stick around. So let's get to it. I'm Karrie Hill, lawyer turned realtor, and I love to help people just like you buy or sell any home in Marin County. Book a free video call consultation by hitting the link in the description below. Or if that doesn't work, you can just email me. California market news. Before we zoom in on Marin, let's start with the California real estate headlines. After a sluggish January, the state housing market rebounded in February because mortgage rates fell. So are we back to the peak chaos? Of course not, and we won't be there anytime soon, but we're trending in the right direction of having a lot more inventory. The Fed is holding rates steady for now, and the economists are predicting things could pick up in Q2, Q3, 2025. What's the translation there? If you've been waiting for signs of life in the real estate market, they're here, but maybe don't expect any fireworks just yet. Meanwhile, Bay Area home prices are still pretty spicy, but there's more movement than we've seen in a while, as in inventory and sales. And that movement in all of California is trickling into Marin County home sales. Homes that sold in March. Let's talk real estate in Marin County, California. Here's what went down in March. 163 homes closed. 70 of those sold below list, averaging 7% under. 21 hit list price or about list price, and 72 sold over list price, averaging 9% over. So if you're thinking, wait, didn't we just see this? You're not wrong. The percentages are basically a copy of last month's real estate Marin County report. The one shift, homes that sold under asking averaged just 7% below this month, compared to 11% last month. So that drop is a classic spring move. It means that Marin County real estate market is tightening up and showing a bit more strength, as generally happens in the spring. But here's the better news. More homes sold overall, which signals that activity is picking up. In a place like Marin County, California, where low inventory has been basically a lifestyle for quite a while now, more closings mean more movements and more opportunities for both buyers and sellers who are keeping an eye on Marin County homes for sale. Do you want to see which Marin County homes for sale closed and how they stack up from sold for a song and bidding war? I've got a link to get that in my newsletter, linked in the description below. This is insider information you won't find anywhere else. Oh, and don't skip the other goodies in the description. Yes, there are lots of freebies. Okay, on to the charts. Okay, here we are with Marin County real estate inventory. The light green bars on top are really what we're looking at here. It is the inventory. The dark green bars are the homes that sold, and the blue line are the new listings. Interesting that the new listings are still actually going down, but inventory is going up, and that's really what you want to see, particularly if you're a buyer. Seller, not so much, but you do like that the sales are going up. So what do those numbers actually look at when you look like? When you compare it to last month, the for sale prices are up 15.5%, which you would expect at this time of the year anyway, and the sold homes are up 57.7% for over last month. When you look at this time compared to this same month last year, which is more interesting because where's the overall trend going, we can see that there are more than 30% homes, more of them are available now, which is great. We need inventory to go up. And sold homes is up 13%. So, okay, more active than last year too. And then the same quarter numbers, that doesn't actually work for when looking at the whole quarter. compared to now, just because these numbers don't work out. You can see that this is exactly the same as that one, and I actually called the person who does this and found out it's just the methodology of the way they do these numbers. So the only one here that's really meaningful for us is the current versus the same month a year ago. However, the numbers are correct when you look at the sold numbers, and more houses sold this quarter than last year. But basically, this is all going in the direction we want to see for buyers, because you need more inventory to have more choices, and it can stabilize prices a bit too. But this is the hottest time of the year, spring. Okay, so here we have days on market is the orange bars, and the red one on top here, the line, that is the sales price over the original list price. And these numbers are just like they are pretty much every year at this time, and that is that the prices have gone up from 99 to 101, and the days on market has gone down, which shows you that houses are selling faster now. If you're going to sell your home, it sells faster at this time of the year than it does at other times of the year. And those actual numbers are, when you look at this month compared to last month, it's days on market are down 34% and the prices are up 2%. The more interesting part again is to compare it to last year, where we can see that the average days on market are selling just a tiny bit faster than last year at the same time, 2.9% faster. And however, prices are not going up as much this spring as they did last spring. And when you look at the whole quarter's numbers, no change regarding the days on market, but prices are up 1%. Okay, so that's a nice flip-flop, right? Take the whole quarter and they're up 1% over this time last year as far as this ratio goes. But anyway, we're gonna see more on prices in a minute. Okay, I should have said second. We'd see more on prices in a second, because here they are. All right, so we have the blue line down, the blue bars. Those are the median price. I like those in Marin because of the wide range that we have in prices. It tells a little bit better of a story than the average prices, which are the red line. However, average tends to work better for like the condos, because that's a narrower range in price than the huge range that we have at Marin. But bottom line is we don't have a lot of sales. There's not a lot of stats in Marin, so you kind of want to keep all these price metrics that we can gather in mind for a general idea of what's happening with the market. And what we see here in the median one, the blue bars, they are median price was up 2.6, but let's compare that to this time last year. It was up 3.4, so stronger, but then let's compare the entire quarter, which gives us some more stats, and that's down 8.7%. Okay, so that's interesting, right? Down 8.7% for the quarter, kind of significant. And in the spring too. Okay, so average sold price, that is up 6.3% when you look at it compared to this time last year, down 8.8%. There we go again. And even when you look at the whole quarter, down 2.4%. So though we can see prices are up just like they are every spring, this is telling the story that they're not up like they were last year. And so when you hear on the news, that prices are up, you really got to pay attention to what price from last month, from last year. It really matters. So it does look like this spring, even though everything's up, meaning over here, like the current versus the previous month of these numbers, it's not as strong as last year. And the last chart I have for Marin County is the price per square feet. So this is kind of interesting, right? Because this is quite a jump. Price per square foot each month, now at $867 on average in Marin County. And that represents an increase of 7.4%, which you can see right here. But when you look at it compared to last year, again, like those other numbers, it is down 4.5%. So that's in line with seeming like this is not as powerful of a spring as we were last year. But again, when you look at the quarter dates, and it's more statistically relevant because there's more numbers in there, it's showing an increase, not even a decrease, an increase of 1.6%. So overall, it looks like prices are not as powerful as springtime last year, but buyers might be getting a little less house for that because of this increased square footage. If you're the data nerd in your friend group, no shame in that. I've got something else for you. I'm breaking out this data that we just saw into 2 mini episodes, one for single family homes and one for condos and townhomes in Marin County. Why? Because they're telling 2 very different stories this month and most months. And trust me, you'll want to hear both. Also, if you missed my 2025 Marin real estate predictions with some delightfully nerdy charts, hit up my channel. Or an easier way is to just hit the link that should be showing above me about that chart. And if you're looking for more information about living in Marin County or information for buyers or sellers, there should be some video recommendations popping up right now. And hey, please subscribe to encourage me to keep doing these videos. Thank you for watching and have a great day.